The Royal Rumble is one of the most exciting and successful matches on the WWE calendar, and over the years wrestlers have been able to avoid elimination in incredibly risky yet highly entertaining ways. Most of the time this goes to plan and the specific save receives a thunderous ovation from the live crowd. Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at 10 of the best Royal Rumble saves ever. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new website, Wrestlelamia.com. Number 10. Kofi Kingston, Royal Rumble 2012. A former WWE champion, Kofi Kingston has become a human highlight reel when it comes to the annual Royal Rumble match. Virtually every year, Kingston delivers a heroic act of athleticism in an attempt to avoid elimination, and the 2012 incarnation of the Rumble was one of Kingston's most memorable Rumble saves. Kingston would be thrown over the top rope by The Miz, and Kingston would hold on only for The Miz to kick and push Kingston out of the ring. Amazingly, Kingston proceeded to perform a handstand and walk on his hands around the ringside area until he reached the ring steps. Here, Kingston was able to secure his way back into the ring, completely avoiding elimination in the process. The 2012 Rumble wasn't exactly the greatest Rumble of all time, yet Kingston's save was arguably the standout moment of the entire matchup. Kingston would offer some fascinating insight into the handstand spot during an interview with Bleacher Report, and this is what the WWE veteran had to say. "I think it was either that day, I know it was less than a week, that I had the idea to even do it. John Morrison was the guy who jumped off the apron and Spider-Man'd all the way to the barricade and jumped back into the ring. The next Rumble he was gone, he wasn't with any company anymore. I thought, oh, who can fill that void? Let me slide up in there." The handstand came about at that moment, and at the time I hadn't done a handstand in about a decade. If you notice, when most people do a handstand, they walk the other way. I couldn't walk the other way. That was the only way I could do it. When people went nuts for it, I thought, alright, let's see what we can do the next year. Number 9. Katana Chance, Royal Rumble 2019. Katana Chance is often labelled as one of the most athletic and gifted female talents in WWE, and this was on full display in the Women's Royal Rumble in 2019. Chance, while still in the NXT brand, will make a surprise appearance in the aforementioned Rumble, and she left a lasting impression on fans that they will never forget. When Chance was knocked off the apron, fans believed that she'd been eliminated by Dana Brooke. However, she was able to land with her feet in the air, and she proceeded to put her feet on the barricade, and similarly to Kofi Kingston years prior, she would handstand her way around the ringside area. Chance would then move towards the ring post and pull herself up. The core strength was like nothing seen before in a Rumble match, and the spot itself is widely considered to be one of the most memorable spots in the history of the Women's Rumble. Number 8. AJ Styles, Royal Rumble 2021. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the 2021 Royal Rumble took place at the Thunderdome. Despite no actual fans being in attendance, they did the best job possible with the two respective Rumbles, and both Rumbles received extremely positive reviews both from fans and critics. The Men's Rumble featured some creative and logical spots, including the way AJ Styles avoided elimination in the match. As it looked like AJ was about to be eliminated by the legendary Rey Mysterio, AJ's associate Omos caught AJ and hilariously pushed him back into the ring. The presentation of Omos was heavily praised in the match, as the WWE used him in a smart yet compelling manner. Number 7. Rey Mysterio, Royal Rumble 2009. Booking innovative and exciting spots in the Royal Rumble has become harder and harder as the years have gone on, yet in 2009, WWE delivered something insanely creative and unique when it came to how Rey Mysterio avoided elimination. Mysterio would be thrown over the top rope by Triple H, and Mysterio saw that Miz and John Morrison were on the floor outside, so Mysterio simply used the two as a stepping stone to avoid elimination. The spot received a thunderous ovation from the audience, and the fans in attendance were clearly aware that they had seen a memorable Royal Rumble moment. Number 6. Kofi Kingston, Royal Rumble 2013. It's difficult to narrow down Kofi Kingston's Royal Rumble saves, as the majority of them have made for a classic Rumble spot. In 2013, Kingston would be knocked off the apron by his arch-rival Dolph Ziggler, and Kingston decided to leap on the back of Lord Tensai. Tensai would then dump Kingston on the announce table, and this left Kingston in an awkward yet promising position. He would then proceed to use a chair from the commentary table to hop towards the ring. Kingston managed to successfully pull off the stunt, which was a miracle as it could have gone badly wrong. Kingston's miraculous save received an enormous ovation, and it was evident from this point onwards that Kingston was going to become a Royal Rumble legend, and he was going to become a talking point of the Rumble match each and every year. Number 5. Naomi, Royal Rumble 2018. The 2018 Rumble was historic as it saw the women in WWE booked in their very first Rumble match. The match was well crafted and managed to showcase a lot of the women's roster in different ways. Naomi was booked like a megastar in the match, mainly thanks to the ingenious manner she managed to avoid elimination. Naomi's incredible Rumble save would come when she would be knocked off the apron by Nia Jax. Luckily, Naomi would land on a group of wrestlers and Naomi used the opportunity to latch herself onto the ringside barricade. She would then walk around the barricade and proceed to borrow an announcer's chair, just like Kofi Kingston did back in 2013. She then offered her own unique variation of the spot as she would put her feet on the chair and basically crawl to safety, and then she was able to re-enter the match. WWE and Naomi deserve a ton of credit for doing something different with a Rumble save. It could have been easy to deliver a carbon copy of Kingston's spot, yet they didn't, and in turn they managed to deliver a celebrated Rumble save. Number 4. Mandy Rose, Royal Rumble 2020. One of the most popular storylines between 2019 to 2020 was a storyline between Otis and Mandy Rose. The two had great chemistry as an on-screen partnership, and their spot in the 2020 Women's Rumble was one of the most hilarious moments of the storyline. Rose would be thrown over the top rope by Alexa Bliss, and as Rose was about to fall off the apron, Otis appeared on the floor as a safety net for Rose to fall on. The crowd came alive for the following spot, and this was no doubt a key indicator that WWE needed to take the storyline further heading into the WrestleMania season. Number 3. John Morrison, Royal Rumble 2011. The 2011 Rumble saw 40 men enter the annual matchup for the first time ever. The match was full of surprises as names such as Diesel and Booker T entered the match, and also saw John Morrison deliver one of the most thrilling Rumble saves imaginable. Morrison would be knocked off the apron by William Regal, and he somehow managed to land on the barricade. He would then leap from the barricade onto the steps as he was appropriately labelled Spider-Man for his athletic endeavour. This was around the time in which fans were pushing for Morrison to be inserted into the main event scene, and spots such as Morrison's Rumble save definitely contributed to his immense popularity at the time. Number 2. Rey Mysterio, Royal Rumble 2006. Heading into the 2006 Rumble, there were 3 favourites to win the match. These were Triple H, Randy Orton and Rey Mysterio. These 3 would just so happen to make up the final 3 of the match when Orton had Mysterio on his shoulders, and it looked like the Legend Killer was winning his first ever Rumble match. In a joyous sequence, Mysterio managed to use the ring ropes for leverage and reverse Orton's elimination attempt into a Hurricanrana to win the entire match. Following his historic victory, Mysterio would head into WrestleMania 22, where he defeated both Kurt Angle and the aforementioned Orton in a triple threat match to win his first world title in WWE. And number 1, Shawn Michaels, Royal Rumble 1995. In modern day Rumbles, the skin the cat spot is found multiple times throughout a single match. Yet when Shawn Michaels delivered the spot in 95, it was memorable for all the right reasons. In the final stages of the match, the British Bulldog believed he had successfully eliminated HBK, yet HBK was able to hang on to the ropes. He was then able to pull himself up and over the ropes and eliminate Bulldog to win his first Rumble matchup. HBK's initial Skin the Cat Rumble save has ultimately become one of the most replayable moments of the past 3 decades, and the spot itself has become synonymous with the legendary career of the WWE Hall of Famer. But there you have it folks, 10 of the best Royal Rumble saves ever. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.